2 years ago, I made a video about investing in the game Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS. The video was for April Fool's, and because I was so committed to the bit, I went and purchased my own copy of Cory in the House, and I had it graded. Back then, I posted that I didn't think that it was worth it, and boy, have times changed. Welcome to Retronomics, the series that follows price trends in video games, and today we're saying goodbye to my graded copy of Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS. Yep, I sold it on eBay. I put it up for auction starting at $1 with no reserve, and I'll go into the details of the sale in a little bit, but why is Cory in the House so popular in the first place? Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS was made to capitalize on the popularity of the Disney Channel show of the same name. I was 24 when the show first aired, so I wasn't the target audience. The show had only 34 episodes and aired from January 2007 to September 2008, and the game received poor reviews mainly because it was rushed to market and it wound up in bargain bins almost immediately. The game has been an example of shovelware that plagued many of the super popular systems, mostly Nintendo systems, because they tend to get some of the most egregious examples. Case in point, Cory in the House. The TV show started to gain meme status in 2009 with troll videos detailing the top 10 anime battles and were instead just Cory in the House clips. 4chan took the joke a bit further, suggesting that the show was the greatest anime of all time. In 2013, people started rating the game on Metacritic and GameFAQs, which would put it at the highest rated DS game of all time, above Chrono Trigger and Spirit Tracks. When I did my video in 2024, the joke had been played out at that point and copies could be found on eBay for $10. I bought my sealed copy for $30 and decided to grade it just to go through the process to see if it was worth it. Because how hilarious would it be to own a graded copy of the most meme game in history? After the video, I brought my sealed copy of Cory in the House to the Midwest Gaming Classic, knowing that there would be at least one grading company on site, and CGC was that grading company. I'm glad that I went with CGC instead of WADA because, well, WADA is no more, and they were the main reason why grading had such a visceral reaction from the collecting community in the first place. The process was pretty straightforward. A representative from CGC did a quick examination of my game to give me a general estimate of what grade I could expect. He said 9.4, and after that he asked if I wanted to go forward with the official grading process, and I did. I filled out a form, paid the fee, and they kept the game for safekeeping, and they delivered it to the actual headquarters, and that's the reason why I wanted to do it at Midwest Gaming Classic instead of just shipping the game. It's peace of mind that my game will get there in one piece. All in, it was $55 for the standard grading process, which includes the acrylic case and a $20 shipping and handling fee via FedEx, and the process took about a month. And the grade that I got was a 9.6 A+ seal, which is a pretty good grade. Turns out that it was the first Cory in the House that CGC had ever graded, and there were only 2 other graded copies from different companies, and while it wasn't the highest graded copy ever, it was tied for the best. For those keeping score at home, the total spent for Cory in the House was $85. Over the past 2 years, I've kept my copy of Cory in the House on my shelf for all to see, right next to other prized possessions such as the Panasonic Q, Nintendo Cereal System box, and my Super Mario Bros. Lunchbox that I've had since I was a kid. And every so often I would check the price of Cory in the House to see if my investment had accrued any value, and for the longest time it hadn't. But hey, I still had the meme, and I even got 5,000 Reddit updates, so how many people could say that? A few weeks ago, my friend PK in the Universe sent me a link showing how people were trying to get Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS back on top of the Metacritic to surpass Expedition 33, which had received critical and gamer acclaim this past year. So I checked eBay, and sure enough, copies are no longer going for $10, they're going for $800, with some listings in the hundreds. So I decide to throw mine up on eBay for auction, starting at $1, no reserve. Now, I've been selling on eBay since 2001 and I've been scammed by buyers before, so I made sure to add some restrictions. No accounts with unpaid notices, and you need to have the payment method already on file. There used to be a setting to block any account that didn't have any feedback, but I guess eBay removed that setting. Anyway, I wanted to make sure that this auction didn't get a troll bid to $10,000 or something stupid, only for the buyer not to buy and then waste my time. The auction started strong with 350 views in the first 24 hours and bids up to $70. I have already made my money back. Bidding would slow down, but the final day it was up to $222, and the final price was $285 plus $10 shipping. eBay collects the sales tax from the buyer and charges me 13.6% on the total sale, which is kind of BS when you take a look at it because the total includes the sales tax, which eBay doesn't give me. The buyer paid $312 total and I got $252.15 from the sale, which makes it more of a 15% fee if you divide the total fee, $42.85, by the total amount less sales tax. And I still have to pay the shipping, which came out to $11.43, making my total earnings $240.72, which comes out to about 18% total fees. I'm a top rated seller as well, so I have less fees than someone who's just starting out. And the reason why that this is the case is because there was a time when eBay would only charge a fee on the final sale price, which prompted sellers to charge an arm and a leg for shipping to make up the rest of the price and pocket the difference. And as a buyer, this was pretty annoying because a lot of times the items would cost the same, but shipping was inflated to 20 or 30 bucks for something that had no business costing that much to ship, and that was 10-15 years ago. So the total profit for my graded copy of Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS comes to $155.72, or 183% profit on a 2-year investment. Could I have gotten more for it? Maybe. If I had put it up as a buy it now for $400, someone would have taken the bite, but who knows for how long that would have sat there, especially now that the hype has reached critical mass and the amount of serious sellers and buyers are dwindling. There's already a ton of bogus listings flooding the site, so it's good that I got a guaranteed sale at the height of its popularity. As I'm writing this video, a sealed copy sold for $80 despite another selling for $208 on the same day. Will this graded copy of Cory in the House accrue more value in the future? Well, who's to say? I have the certification number so I can track it over time, or maybe the person I sold it to is a genuine collector who cares about the meme more than the money. As far as changing my mind on grading games, well, this whole process illustrates why it's just not for me. When I got it back in the mail a couple years ago, I posted on my community tab that I thought the process was a waste of time and money, and I still hold that opinion. Sure, I made money on the sale, but if that Metacritic story had never crossed my path, I probably would have still been holding on to it. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know if you would have sold this piece of history or kept it as a family heirloom. And if you're new here and like following trends in video game prices like this, consider subscribing. I have a video focusing on the top 25 games that increased the most in 2025, and I also have specific console coverage coming soon. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Nick, and I'll see you next time.